Hello everyone, welcome back. I want to show you something here. We are in one of them towns on the coast, and you can hear the ambiance is turned up pretty loud. Alright, you see here? See what I'm gonna do here? I have no idea what I'm doing right now. I'm just kind of leading them and hoping that I find a mercenary company to help me out. And just by chance, if I just keep following this road, there you go. It's a happy accident. Now I'm pausing the game. I gotta get it just right so that they help fight me. Or I mean, so that they help with the fight, is what I meant to say. Here we are. I think, yeah. You gotta time it just right. You gotta get it just right. Now this is a contract. There's 15 of these spiders. I don't think there's any way I would have beaten them. I have a mercenary company with me. Now this fight gets kind of scary. One of my company mercenaries, let's see if we can find which one, almost gets poisoned to death and is left with 2 hit points. I couldn't believe it. It was an amazing thing. I experienced no deaths, obviously, because I've got a mercenary company helping me out. Look at their colors. They're all green. They all look professional. We're gonna watch the combat here while I give some commentary. Hope you're enjoying this video. Playing Battle Brothers on a veteran economy. Veteran combat. Fog of War is turned on. Iron Man is not turned on. So I can reload and save as many times and load and save anywhere I want. You guys that play Iron Man are good players. You really know this game. And I think playing veteran combat is preparing me for the Iron Man when I'm ready. It is possible. You gotta make no mistakes. And once you figure out how to make no mistakes, that's when you play Iron Man. And that may sound pompous, but it's not. You can literally get good at this game to the point where you have enough hours into the game, most likely thousands, and you get to the point where you know the combat, all the ins and outs, all the different ways you can navigate the battlefield to where you can do Iron Man. And that is, yes, a definite possibility. And I want to apologize if I talked about anyone cheating. No one's cheating. No one needs to cheat. You just got to have enough hours and enough practice and enough patience. And you just got to be good. You just got to be good too. You got to have the skill of just having the aptitude, you know. You just and you got to accept the fact that sometimes you're going to make mistakes. And playing Iron Man is a totally different experience, I imagine, because everything's permanent. Wow. Totally different game. Very exciting. But I'm just not ready for that yet. I am enjoying this game though. I got to admit, scum saving does make me feel icky. Best way to describe it. Scum saving makes me feel icky. Yes, but I'm enjoying the game nonetheless. I completed the tutorial. This is a new campaign. The tutorial told me that I had won the game. Now I've got a brand new company. Different scenario, different map, of course. But not the same scenario. I chose the next one down from the tutorial, which is where you start a new company. And I chose random end event, and I think it's going to be brigands. I've been seeing lots of brigands. Wow. They're doing a really good job at helping me out. I don't think I would have been able to do this contract without them. This game has a lot going on that you can actually get help. I'm going to be doing this a lot with contracts with big money, big monsters, big prizes, but I'm going to have help with me. Finding a mercenary company just happened to be wandering down the road in the right spot at the right time is helping me out. Got a whole bunch of spiders here. This character right here is the one who has 2 hit points left. I couldn't believe it. Stay tuned, it's not happening just yet. He gets poisoned, and I'm going to show you the details. And to die of poison, I have no antidotes. You can buy antidotes in towns, but I have none. And there are certain perks you can get to slow poison down. I'm not even sure if I have it on that guy. Doesn't matter because he does survive, but it's scary. It's kind of scary to think, oh, almost died, you know? We're here in town near the seashore, fighting spiders, doing a contract here. Contract pays pretty well. I think it's like $1,200 I negotiated. $1,200 around there, or 1,200 crowns. 1,200 crowns. Yeah. Are you enjoying the music? Doing some just defense right there, going straight defense. Uh-oh. Poison is hacking away at them hit points. There's only a few left now. It's 21 versus 10. But the spiders keep coming because they've got a nest where they're hatching from over here, and they just keep coming. That's where they eventually come from. And you don't know where the nest is. The nest is usually somewhere around. Sometimes it'll be behind you. Sometimes it'll be up top. And they just keep hatching spiders, but not for infinity. The nest is not going to infinitely hatch spiders, so you're good there, just so you know. But if you can destroy the nest before it keeps hatching spiders, then you will stop them from right there, of course. But that's just all luck. That's just the beauty of this. Oh no! The beauty of this game is it's random. Even if you scum save, every single combat is different. The terrain can be different. The beauty of scum saving is that if it doesn't go your way, and you get really, really bad terrain, and you're like, what is this? There's no way you know you're going to win this. So you just reload. It's the same combat, but the terrain might be different, and this time the terrain might be where you're on the hill. You've got the terrain advantage, and you're like, yes. And then you win the combat. But what if you're an Iron Man, and you get a terrain that's so terrible, and you're like, what is this? How am I supposed to win this? I imagine That's got to be scary, and there's got to be probably just a lot of like retreating. Maybe you'll retreat the battle entirely, or you'll retreat on the map. Of course, you can retreat the battle, and the game will let you completely retreat. And it shows all your men retreating. And if they die while they're retreating, then, well, I guess that's just a circumstance you're going to have to live with. But I imagine there's a lot of retreating in Iron Man. That's just an assumption. That's something that, you know, better to retreat and live another day. And if you have enough morale on your team where you can afford that, I imagine that is a good choice. Because your entire team has a morale that can grow. Camaraderie, you know camaraderie. That's the word I'm looking for. Did you see that shot? Rewind that. Did you see that shot? That was incredible. Doing pretty good now, helping out here. It's only 21 versus 6. The spiders are still hanging on. Eventually they do retreat though. And that's what I'm hoping for. So it got kind of scary. My guy that's poisoned has just a few hit points left. Right there. It's going to be okay. Hope everybody's having a great day playing Battle Brothers here on the PlayStation 5 Pro. Veteran economy, veteran combat. Fog of War is turned on. Iron Man mode is not turned on. I started out with the highest income of $2,900. Of course, you got to do that. Some folks will start out with the lowest income. Wow. They must really be good at this game. And I'm not being condescending when I say that. I mean that sincerely. This game is incredible. Thank you, Green Team. That's what your name is for this video. The Green Team, with their green colors of their armor and their shields, looking sharp. Yeah, I would have never been able to do this on my own. And you know what I figured out? If you get yourself a fishing net and the gossamer web that you can loot from these spiders, you go to a taxidermist and you combine them together and you make yourself a reinforced fishing net. I just found that out. And you can make those and craft them. Costs just a few crowns, I think 50. And you get yourself a reinforced fishing net. It's got 7 hit points left. See that? And it burns 5 hit points every single time. Now he's got 2 hit points left. 2 hit points left. That was the last turn. The last turn that he's poisoned. The poison actually wore off there. I didn't show that part. I should have shown that part for the video, but the poison has just had a few turns, and it just to be a happy accident that he had 2 hit points left, and that was the last turn for poison. That was just an awesome coincidence. So Hank, I think is his name, Hank, or Hanko, is left with 2 hit points. The spiders are now retreating. It's a victory. Just kind of just waiting it out, waiting for the game to tell me that it's all over. There it is. That's that nest I was telling you about. See that? All right, just waiting for the game to tell me it's all over. Just everybody's just relaxing. Everybody on the battlefield that doesn't need to be in combat, I'm just kind of passing and skipping their turn. Wow. Yes. No need. Just kind of still advancing anyways. There we go. Still got a spider right there. See, they're in retreat mode. This is a good thing. Got one spider left here just kind of hanging on. This one is determined, and then now it's gone. Yes. Incredible game this game is. To play Iron Man really would change things. But I'm just not ready. Hankin almost died of poison. Has 2 hit points left. Wow. In good spirits. He's one of my major tanks too. I'm glad he survived. Ooh, that's so good that I'm glad he survived. Because I would not want to redo this battle over. Because if you try to redo the battle over, the game's going to punish you. Even the game knows that you scum save. The game knows. It's not going to be. It's not going to. It may give you a disadvantage, and it may just make you scum save over and over and over and over and over and over. So scum saving is not always a good thing. The game knows, and it may punish you for it. You'd be thinking, how does it know that? Well, it just does. There. Finally, we got the retreat. Everyone's alive. Okay. I would have accepted Hankin's death, maybe. I would have thought about it. Here we got some valuables. Very awesome. But I probably would have thought, no, I can't afford it, and I would have scum saved and done that battle over. The mercenaries scour the field, hacking and sawing at the spider's stiff remains to take back to the Selgfrig the Guildmaster, even in death. The web necks, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, are ghastly looking, only for a moment. Okay, I'm saving. You want to always save your game. Now we're going to head back to town. This is what I was talking about. You craft that with a fishing net, you get yourself a reinforced fishing net. A reinforced fishing net is harder to break out of. I'm going to be crafting more of those, but you got to buy the fishing nets, then you got to save the fishing nets, then you got to go up north and you got to find a taxidermist to craft them. They're not always in the same town. So I got 3 fishing nets here. Well, I'll probably use them beforehand, but I've got 3 of these. I need to discipline myself not to use the fishing nets before I can craft them to make reinforced ones. All right, so now we're heading back to town to get paid. 1,290 crowns I negotiated. You don't think you can fit the spider's corpse into the guildmaster's room, so instead you slap it against the window from outside. You hear a horrified scream and the clatter of falling furniture. A moment later, the adjacent window is open. The townsman leans out. You gain 1,290 crowns. Harkanses no longer has disappearing villagers. Here's my loot. That's the loot for, there's my loot. I'm sorry, there's the town's loot that you can purchase and barter and haggle and all that good stuff. You can buy stuff. Here I'm just kind of looking around. Those tools are kind of expensive. I don't think I'm going to be buying those tools. Plus, I don't need them. Now I'm saving my game again. You must always save your game at certain points. Do it a lot. Have multiple different types of saves, just in case one of your saves gets corrupted. Sometimes a save can get corrupted by just a random thing that just happens. This has been a video that has been awesome to watch. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.